All right. Hey, this is the last word on college football for today. You'll notice my name is now different. I have added a new name because somebody decided to mess with my account. Well, whoever you are, that person, you go ahead and sell my account. You do whatever you
Yeah.
got to do with it.
What does 15K followers get you these days on Twitter? It can't be that
Yeah,
much.
yeah. So You know, that's all fine and dandy. I'm now Greg Cowboys 1964. Yes, that's the year I was born. So there you go. What the heck? Um, SMU beat a top 10 team for the first time since they beat which team? Do you know which team they beat in 1982?
Oh no.
Okay, yeah, because you're too young. They beat Dan Marino's Pitt
Oh,
Panthers.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
But again, it was a 26-20 an overtime loss for the Hurricanes. Um, they really, the Hurricanes absolutely sucked against SMU today, and basically it was Carson Beck. He threw two interceptions, and that was the ball game.
Yeah, I mean one interception was bobbled by the wide receiver, which is
Yep,
brutal, but that was another game-ending interception that he threw. That
yep,
one that was on the outside flat that he ended up blaming on a bad route, which dropped his stock to begin with, and then now he throws that slant, and then that gets interception. It's like, okay, well, maybe pass on that. No, now you're a day three guy. See you later.
yep, yep.
uh,
Okay, yes, Arch Manning had a good day today for the Texas Longhorns. That's all fine and dandy. Texas did beat Vanderbilt 34-31. So there's your two top 10 teams who've gone down today. Um, which is why I said which top 10 team falls this week, right? Can Vanderbilt beat Texas? That was my headline for this episode.
yep.
Um,
I thought they could.
yeah,
Yeah.
they came close. Penn State, of course, pounded by Ohio State 38-14. That you can't say anything in favor of Penn State right now. You just can't.
No,
Um,
you can't. Does that game put Carnell Tate at the best draftable wide receiver?
Not for me.
Not for you.
Surratt, Elijah Surratt is still going to be the better wide receiver in the NFL, in my opinion.
I love it.
Even though Elijah Surratt did not play today,
Yeah.
Indiana put up 55 points and Maryland scored 10. Um, boy, that second half, Fernando just put them away, and then his baby brother comes in and does the same thing to them. Uh, wow, the Mendoza brothers are on a roll right
Yeah,
now.
I know.
They're
Uh,
just on a roll.
I do love the fact that he has the potential to be the number one pick. I think Fernando Mendoza can be an awesome NFL quarterback. So I'm excited the levels that he took from Cal to Indiana. Now Indiana, how he's handling with his wide receivers and his poise and pocket presence. He is going to be exciting getting into the NFL.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely right. Um, Louisville beat Virginia Tech 28-16.
That was
Arizona
a close
State,
game for a while.
yeah. Louisville didn't look very good either. But you know, these things happen in the world of college football, right?
Right. Yeah. Same with Texas Tech and Kansas State. They kept it close for a little bit, then they separated.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Arizona State 24, Iowa State 19, Indiana 55-10. Let's go down to this little row of games here. West Virginia took out Houston 45-35. North Texas 31, Navy 17. They were all talking about this game was going to be over 65 points this morning on game day, and I just didn't see it happening, and it didn't.
North
Um,
Texas and Navy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get that either. I mean, that was a solid game. They were kind of neck and neck for a little bit. North Texas can run the ball.
Oh, they are dynamite running that football.
Hmm.
And Mr. Horvath threw two interceptions, which the midshipman, young man, you have to throw the football much better than that, much better. Duke beat Clemson 46-45. Oh darn! Another loss for Debo Sweet. I'm just heartbroken that Debo lost another game. Bill, your Army beat Air Force 20-17. I don't get how that happened, but okay. Uh, it, it, that was terrible. Then, of course, Georgia 24-20 over Florida. That was a very tough game. Um, I I still don't see Georgia as being this top 5 team.
Not at all. Yeah, I mean, they look sluggish. They look sluggish the whole entire game, to be honest with you. Stockton isn't really a game-changing quarterback when it comes down to it. Relied on Zachariah Branch, and he's a great
Yeah,
wide receiver when it came down to it. The rushing game is kind of what saved it, but I think Florida overall is just not that enticing, especially with the interim, and they had some interim momentum in there. But like the fourth down call was rough. I think that was
yeah.
too quick, too fast. Almost you should trust the offensive line and let Lagway kind of go through some progressions to figure it out. I think the first read throw was just not a good call.
No, no. And yes, as I said last week, the junior Catholic school got lost. They lost. I mean, Boston College, 25-10, Notre Dame beats them. They really, Jeremiah Love had a 94-yard TD. I mean, that was just cake, boom,
Yeah,
gone. That game was pretty simple.
yeah. Sometimes that's how football works. That's the
Yeah,
beauty of football.
yeah. And again, this goes back to game 1 against Miami. Why wasn't Jeremiah Love given that football more? It just, it irks me. Mike Denbrock, you made a mistake in that first game. And then, of course, in the second game, it was the new defensive coordinator, Chris Ash, who messed up. And, of course, Notre Dame could be an unbeaten team right now. I mean, they only lost by a field goal to the Hurricanes and 1 point to Texas A&M.
Right.
And again, it was the mistakes that were made on both sides of the football in those 2 games. But, hey, these things happen. Boise State got blown out by Fresno State, 30-7.
Yeah,
That was
they're on a downfall after last
that was
year.
a shock.
Yeah. And
Texas,
Arizona State over Iowa State?
yep,
Yeah, without Levitt. That was wild too.
24-19. Yep. And Texas Tech got their starting quarterback back, and they put a hurting on Kansas State, 43-20. Next week, Texas Tech plays BYU.
That's a good game.
That is going to be a dynamite game. Virginia is now unbeaten in the ACC yet again because they win 31-21 against Cal. How that I don't understand why that North Carolina State game is not a conference game. I don't get this. I don't understand it, but whatever.
Right.
It makes no sense. But they are unbeaten in ACC play.
Right.
So do they move up and take the 10 spot from Miami?
Yeah, right? Because I mean, even when I mean the Miami SMU loss is too great not to flip it. Because if Miami had SMU is not a bad opponent, but if they had a top 25 opponent, then you don't flip it, but too big of a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy Virginia.
And yes, I did put it in here. I'm sorry. The Razorbacks lost 38-35 to the Mississippi State Bulldogs. I'm sorry.
I know. You got to put it in there. Let's see if I can find the beautiful stat that that can explain it in one foul swoop. Arkansas Razorbacks, 18 penalties, 193 yards. 8 out of those 18 penalties were 15-yard unnecessary roughness, taunting, whatever it is. Bobby Petrino got a 15-yard penalty. Refs were not great. Don't get me wrong. Called a lot of ticky-tacky stuff, a lot of stuff I didn't like. But if the refs were bad and you still get 18 penalties for 193 yards, that is indicative of Bobby Petrino. The touchdown that Mississippi State went up was because they missed three missed tackles on that run into the end zone. That's on coaching. All this stuff is so infuriating to where we're just bottom feeders of the SEC, and we have nothing to show for it, and it's just it's heartbreaking stuff for Northwest Arkansas when it comes down to it. I won't talk too much on it because I could spend an hour, but man, that was I let most of the games go this year because I knew once we fired Sam Pittman, it was what it was. But that one was annoying. That one was very annoying.
Yeah, are you as annoyed as I was when Notre Dame lost to Texas A&M? Is that what you're saying? Is this?
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
probably equal both
yeah,
because
yeah.
then you balance out like where you like your college football hopes and we have no hopes. So like I shouldn't be as mad, but you know, bad football is bad football. Like I don't
Oh yeah.
like watching I don't like sitting on the couch watching bad football for 3 hours.
No, no. It becomes a painful experience, right?
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Georgia escapes again. What a game! Yeah, Joe. They did escape, and I still say that Auburn had a 17-0 halftime lead against that team. That
100%. 100%.
that that means Georgia should have 2 losses. I don't care.
Yep.
That is just ridiculous. Replay officials who and it just drives me off the deep end. Because
Man, that refereeing did like that's like a fair thing to say because everybody wants to attack you when you say the refs were bad, but the fake timeout, the no timeout, and then that call at the goal line was just so
yeah,
egregious. It was
yeah,
unreal.
yeah.
But I mean, they're gonna feel it in the SEC and whatever if they make it to the SEC championship or once they get to the college football playoffs. I mean, they are not a team built to last long in these playoffs. I don't see them going far.
Well, Texas travels to Georgia in 2 weeks,
There you go.
right?
I mean, that's
So
rough too, though. Like that's kind of like is the Texas win, even though Texas just played well, Arch Manning's best game. Like, is that a good win when it comes down to it? We know how inconsistent Texas is. If
yep,
they get their inconsistent game, then it's not indicative of who Georgia is.
yep. And meanwhile at Bama, well, Bama had the week off, so they just sat back and watched football today. But I really do think Bama is the better team in the SEC than Georgia is. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
Ty Simpson is two,
yeah,
3 times better than Stockton.
yeah.
That start there, and then figure that the rest.
Uh,
And then
uh,
Georgia's defense, they lost too
Georgia,
many guys, couldn't rebound.
yeah, yeah. I mean, they lost 3 guys in their secondary today, and why Lagway was just running the football at the end of the game was beyond me. They
Right.
should they should have thrown that football,
Yeah. 100%.
but they didn't do it. And that's again, Billy Gonzalez, a very good effort as the
As
interim
the
head
interim,
coach today.
for sure.
But again, I think he was just a little too conservative.
Agreed.
You know,
Which is tough for an interim head coach.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah. I mean, those 4 fourth down attempts in the fourth quarter.
right.
Boy,
Bad.
yes, you've got a good running back, but your quarterback is 6'3", 215 pounds. He should be able to get you 1 yard.
100%. Like it's that kind of simple stuff. Which it stinks. I mean, because he's definitely obviously he probably won't take the head coaching position of Florida, clearly, but he is he is interviewing for other positions available
Yeah,
come the end of the season. So
yeah.
rough calls, but you held your own in this game, and that was impressive.
No bowl game this year for a free falling Penn State team. Yeah, there is no bowl game for the Penn State Nittany Lions. I mean, 5 straight losses. No,
Yeah, no.
uh, it's just terrible. And yes, Julio Duke did upset Clemson, which I'm just so heartbroken over.
So
Dallas
heartbroken.
Green with losing
I
again.
I might
It-
even my star might be on Duke. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It could be. It could be.
it could be. Yeah.
And of course, last night, Mr. Belichick got an ACC victory against the Syracuse team.
Yeah. No
Um,
kidding.
well, Syracuse doesn't have any quarterback,
I
so
know. and they moved it to the freshman. But yeah, I mean, I'd be interested to see Fran Brown's thought process now with so many positions open. Even though he said he was going to stay, but there's a lot of positions open, and I'm a big Fran Brown guy.
I know you'd like to see that alumni money going to Fran Brown. Yeah,
You have no
I get
idea.
I get that. Yeah, yeah,
I'm on a weekly watch for Fran Brown.
yeah, yeah. Oh, and those other two gigs that all the media was saying Marcus Freeman is going to be a Florida Gator or he's going to be that. No, there
Why did
was
anybody
no.
listen to that?
Yeah, I don't understand that nonsense. It's just like always in the NFL. It's always the Cowboys whose name is mentioned whenever a star is going to get moved,
Hundred
just so
percent.
that, just so the teams can bump up their draft pick or whatever the case may be. Marcus Freeman is staying at Notre Dame, guys. There's no reason in the world why this man, who has the second best recruiting class coming in next year, is going to leave South Bend, Indiana. There's no way.
100% no. And I mean, and remember at the beginning of the season, it wasn't even a conversation because realistically, I agree, and I don't really care. I mean, like Ohio, you say Ohio State, Bama, whatever. It's really for me, it's a lateral move, no matter what. What he's built in Notre Dame is too big to try and restart somewhere, even if you're moving towards even a Jordan like Florida right now. It's open LSU. All those are lateral moves for him
Yeah,
because what he's built in Notre Dame. I mean,
yeah.
in the beginning of the year, we were more talking about does Marcus Freeman play coach for the Colts? Like that's more of a does he move to the NFL sort of thing, not are you going to try go for a new coaching spot?
And Marcus Freeman, I think, could be one of those guys that could move from the college game to the pro game and succeed.
Agreed, because he builds that culture, and that's what
Yeah,
NFL needs.
yeah. And he would, to me, his talent evaluation skills are like Pete Carroll or a Jimmy Johnson compared to these other guys who
Right.
just they don't have that type of skill. They just
100%
don't.
agree. Yep. Well, he
Yeah.
can't have the Colts job now because now they're
No.
good.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Steichen is. I think
Yeah.
he's doing very well, and some guy named Daniel Jones is playing decent quarterback, and Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor is running up. I
And
mean, he's my MVP pick right now.
yeah. Oh, yeah. All day. He should. I hope he
Yeah,
does. I'm so pessimistic about non-quarterbacks getting the award that I almost don't think about it. Like I'm gonna just put Jonathan Taylor there in parentheses and hope he gets it, and he'll
yeah,
probably remain there because nobody's stopping the offensive line and Jonathan Taylor. Like basically a good day against the Colts is 125 rushing. If you allow 125 rushing for Jonathan Taylor, that's probably a good day for your defense.
yeah, yep. You know, but again, this goes back. I mean, Adrian Peterson was the last running back to win the MVP award in 2012.
Yep.
Every
And
year since, it's been a
he
quarterback.
he was what, like 8 yards away from the record when he
Yeah,
won it?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. You love to see it. I always love seeing that it wasn't the Lou Anarumo wasn't the problem in Cincinnati. Cincinnati was the problem in Cincinnati because he's that Colts defense is good.
Yeah. Yep. And again, this is the world of football.
Hmm.
Mario Cristobal, yes, you've got a great defense. You've got very good players on defense. But when you are running an offense the way that he does, it always fails come November. Every
Yep.
November, it fails.
100% agree.
So, you know,
Could be another job open.
well, there could be a job opening in Miami.
Yeah.
You know, I've always said there should be. I didn't like his hiring
Yeah. Me neither.
after what he did at Oregon. What? Why?
Hmm.
Why?
Yeah.
You know,
I agree. I agree.
but um,
The
so
USC. Go
Penn
ahead, sir.
State, Penn State and Florida are the two big jobs out there. Who gets which gig?
I definitely think that Lane Kiffin is going to go to Florida.
You think?
I do. Um, yeah, I think he's kind of squandering a little bit about the job and his presser or his interviews and stuff is like, I don't do anything for money, things along those lines, just gives me an inkling that he's leaving. I
Yeah.
think that, and then I think that I wouldn't want to go to LSU. I don't think Penn State's not a bad gig, but I think Florida is a better opportunity with you'll have Lagway. Lagway can stay. And then I do like the Florida pool better in players. If you're recruiting in Florida, I like having the recruiting in Florida and trying to get that build up. So I think the Florida job is more enticing. I think Lane Kiffin gets to pick at Florida.
Okay. Who's going to take over Penn State?
That one is more confusing. I really thought that it was going to be Matt Rule, and he took the 2-year extension because he did. Yeah, he really did want it. I'm not sure right now who could take the Penn State job. That is kind of that big splash hire. Who are you feeling for Penn State?
I really don't see anybody on the horizon for the Penn State Nittany Lions. I think LSU's job is more obviously going to be more exciting to go after.
For sure.
Mr. Ogeron said, I'll come back.
That would probably make the most amount of sense taking it. He's dealt with Osbury if he becomes the AD as he's interim and he goes and he takes an AD spot if he does. So he's familiar with him, so that makes sense. Orgeron's ready to rock and roll. It would be familiarity without having to press for a coaching position, so that does make sense. Just I don't know if he still got it, and especially for longevity purposes, you're probably only getting them for 4 years, is my guess.
But again, Ogeron led them to what? I think he
got the title in 4. Got the title in 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then of course they decided to hire, Kelly. Maybe
Yeah.
Brian Kelly goes to Penn State. What do you think? You think Brian Kelly might go to Penn State?
Honestly, he's like a cat with 9 lives. Wouldn't be surprised. Just please don't come to Arkansas. Please don't come to Arkansas. It will fail in Arkansas. Don't do it.
No. Absolutely not.
Do you think that Brian Hartline ever ends up leaving Ohio State?
I think he should, because Ryan Day is going to be there.
Right. Like he's not going anywhere.
No.
And what he does in his recruiting, I think that he could be a candidate for Penn State. I think that would be interesting, especially with the rivalry, with them playing each other and things along those lines. I think that would be a good move for him.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see who turns up where.
Yeah.
Ohio State, I mean, they played very well today, obviously. But so did Indiana.
Right.
And Indiana's defense doesn't get talked about enough.
Very underrated. I agree. A big D'Angelo Pons fan. Their front line's good. Their secondary is very good.
Yeah.
I do agree. Michael Camaro is one of my guys.
And Indiana has that victory over the Oregon Ducks. Ohio State hasn't played anybody this year. Nobody.
100%. And week 1 doesn't count, right? Like that's week 1. Kind of tuck that away.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, I mean,
again, like I said at the beginning of this year, these preseason polls drive me off the deep end.
Yeah, I know. Come on, it's fun. And then you just switch it up. We'll look at it at the beginning.
It's to hype up the TV ratings, is why.
For sure.
Why you have
exactly
the
what it is.
poll, and it gets everybody all hyped up about it. But
yeah,
it was Ohio State 1, Penn State 2, Texas was 3, blah blah blah.
Right?
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Just picking big school names out of a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that Oregon win was big in my eye. I mean, because they were surgical in Oregon anyway, and they handled it so well. Aside from Lanning playing way too conservative in that game, they played their game and they won their game in an away stadium. So especially in Oregon, that was impressive.
Yeah. I'm really ready to say Indiana's the number 1 team in this country.
I can't. I can't right now just because I do agree. Like in a vacuum, if you kind of like in a vacuum, Ohio State is number one. If you start broadening it out, then I do understand where you're coming from. But
Yeah, yeah.
they look so dominant. And then if you, I guess if you break down their rosters, Ohio State's roster is just so incredible with just like from each level, right? Just each
They've
level.
got all the 5-star guys. Kurt
Yeah,
Signetti has nothing but 3-star guys.
right.
You
I
know,
know exactly, and
and
that's huge. It's just
and
what happens when they meet at the end.
yeah, but I mean that game gets played in Indianapolis, which is not
True,
far from Bloomington.
true.
So yeah, but again, there's something about Signetti's method of coaching these guys. They don't care who they go up against.
Yep,
They just go out and do their jobs.
right.
And
No, I
Ohio State
agree.
got the same guys though.
I
They've
know,
got the same.
and when it came out like last year, Notre Dame and Ohio State, it's kind of a similar atmosphere. Like Notre Dame did not care who Ohio State was; they came and went and played, but Ohio State took it, sort of thing, because the roster's ridiculous. So I hope it's not kind of like a repeat into that and what we're looking at, but it could. I love Signetti. I love Signetti. I love Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah,
That would be a thing. Difference in quarterback play because Fernando Mendoza can take a second half and control it. Aside from last year, sort of thing. So
we
that would
and
be an
we haven't seen Sayin under pressure either.
true.
That is going to be a key thing here. If that young man gets under pressure, and
Hmm.
this Indiana defense can put pressure on a quarterback, and that secondary, as you said, is a very good secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremiah Smith and Cornell Tate, they don't get the football,
Right. It's a good point.
right?
And yeah, I mean, and their running game is
Oh,
slightly above ever. Like C.J. Donaldson's not that great.
yeah,
So I agree. So my question
but
is because when we're
The Indiana Hoosiers have Hemby and
yep.
and that young kid Martin, who he's just been sitting around
Oh yeah.
waiting.
Yep.
You know that Indiana team is going to be a very tough team to beat.
I agree. So when we're looking at the top 10, my question for you would be then how much of a gap do you put between Indiana and Texas A&M? Is Texas A&M going to be your third?
Mm, actually, no. Bama's number 3
Bama
for
will be
me.
your third.
Texas
So
A&M would be fourth.
okay. So what's your gap at 2 to 3 then? Small, medium, or large?
It's a small gap.
It's a small
It's
gap.
a small gap.
I think it's
Yeah.
a medium gap.
Well, it's just that Ty Simpson has
Yeah.
a much better game to him than Marcel Reed does.
True.
That's where I'm going with Alabama as my third team, and Georgia Tech is number 5 as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I don't
For
I
sure.
don't care. I'll go back to that ruling against the Auburn Tigers. It totally has me angry still, and that was what 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
I'm still angry over that call. They
Yep.
were up 17-0, and that's the score that I wanted to see Georgia come back from. That was not a
Yeah.
10 that was not a 10-0 lead. That was a
Not at
17-0
all.
lead.
That's so much different going in the second half too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep. So
I really like Texas A&M's defensive line, and their linebackers. I love their defense. So I think I do have them at 3, and then Bama at 4. I think their defense is flying on all cylinders. Like what we saw in Oklahoma, like week 2 to 5, is what Texas A&M's doing right now. Like Cassius Howell is really doing well in pass rush, and Torian York is
hey. Don't mention names like him. Be quiet. Be quiet.
okay.
Because I want him to become a cowboy, okay?
Yeah. Oh
Stop.
man, him and Ezeraku. Woo!
Sonny Styles and Cassius Howell would be the 2 first-round picks that I want for the Cowboys.
That would fill out that front 7 for you. That'd be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Good picks. Good picks. Our boards are going to be similar per usual.
I also have David Bailey from Texas Tech, though.
Yeah,
And
all day.
between him and Cassius Howell,
You-
those are 2 edge players that I could see the Cowboys taking in round 1. And again, Calvin Hill and Jane Slater, all you Texas Longhorn fans, they've never drafted a player from the Texas Longhorns in round 1. Don't go there.
Yeah. No, absolutely. 100%.
So, but again, we'll see what happens when it comes to the draft, right? And again, we'll also see where the Cowboys end up picking, because right now they're picking 15th,
Right.
and most people have them. Their second pick would be the 31st pick because they have the Packers losing in the Super Bowl, right?
Right.
But again, we'll see what happens once everything's decided. But yeah.
This NFL is crazy. I mean, number 1 seed. This could be another 7-2 loss in the NFL playoffs, sort of thing. Like, there's so much parity in the NFL this year.
Yeah.
Playoffs are going to be nuts.
Well, and this is the same thing that's happened in college football this year.
Exactly.
We've seen parity.
Yep. That's what we want.
That's exactly what we want, right? Because I was so sick and tired of the SEC, the SEC, the SEC. Do you guys not recognize that there are good players in the ACC, the Big Ten, the old Pac-12, whatever you wanted to call it, the Big 12? These guys are just as good as your players were. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Preach.
And again, Georgia's defense is nowhere near as good as what it was. Nowhere near.
No.
So that's why I have the Yellow Jackets as my 15.
I love it. Let's see. So yeah, Texas A&M, then Alabama for me, and then I got Georgia Tech at 5, Oregon at 6, and then obviously these games play out for Ole
I've got
Miss.
Georgia's at 7 right now.
Georgia's at 7. I'll probably keep Ole Miss at 7, to be honest with you.
Ole Miss I've got at 8.
Yeah, 17-7 against South Carolina. They had a botch snap, and that's why South Carolina got that 1 touchdown. So we got 10-7 right now. Tennessee's up on Oklahoma. Man, definitely Mateer's got to stay another year. And it was, obviously he had a rough year with his injury and stuff like that. So
yeah.
But the defense has taken a little bit of a hit throughout the season.
No, those two teams, Oklahoma and Tennessee, I'm not including either one of them in the playoff run.
No, me neither. I mean, the only way that Tennessee would make a very good playoff run is because their offensive line is probably top 3. They give Aguilar so much
very
time.
good offensive line, but they don't have those guys back in the secondary.
I agree.
That's the key. I
mean, Jermod McCoy, he practiced this week. I don't think he played. Yeah. So I think he'll be back next week.
I think he might come back next week, but still, that's going to leave him with 4 games on his.
Right. Exactly. 100%. I'm with you on that.
And the last one's against Mr. Pavia. So, okay. Yeah. So, but again, that's the fun part of college football, right?
Yep.
So, who was your star of the day?
My star of the day is Darian Mensah for taking down Clemson. He went 27 for 41, made him throw 41 times, 361 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Have a day. Find a new Darian Mensah. No disrespect to Duke. Find a great competitive team next year that you're going to transfer to and get high in that draft, because I'm a Darian Mensah guy.
Yeah. My star, I'm gonna go with Julian Sayin, the Ohio State quarterback. I mean, he was 87% passing, 316 yards, 4 TDs. He was just dynamite.
Video game numbers there.
Yeah. I mean, Jeremiah Smith had 6 catches, 123 yards, 2 TDs. Carnell Tate, 5 receptions, 124 yards, 1 TD. But again, it was Sayin's day.
For sure. I was thinking about Arch because he did have a good game, and he had some really good throws that were sitting in the pocket, releasing, taking the hit, and completing it. So that's he's probably been through the biggest roller coaster of the year, and good thing. I'm glad that
I
he got it. He got a competitive
you
game,
and I
like
both
a
you and I both said the
yeah,
same thing before this season started when
right,
everybody was still saying Arch Man, he's going to be the number one pick. No, he's not. This kid is
right,
not ready to be a pick in the NFL. I'm sorry.
100%. Yep. At least this game showed
He has
excitement for next year.
he has the
Excitement for next year.
potential. He has the
Yes,
potential.
exactly.
But again, with just his appearances last year when he was just running the football,
Right.
uh, no, that's not a NFL type quarterback. I'm sorry,
Yes.
you know.
And the
And what?
competition was weak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, this year when he faced competition, what happened to get against Ohio State? Yeah, he got crushed.
Crushed
Crushed. You know
by
that.
a good defensive coordinator.
Yeah, right. I Patricia. I mean, he got to be upset giving up 2 TDs today, though.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know if I want to be a Buckeyes defender in the film room. I don't
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Hey, it was close at half. That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely you know a typical game since 2016 when Penn State did beat Ohio State. That was the last victory, right?
Yep.
Um, yeah. That Buckeyes team is just a nightmare. You know.
Yep. Always. Can't believe they kind of rebounded as well as they did. I know that their defense had a lot of players that got snaps last year. They lost a lot of people in the draft last year, and they just bounced right back.
Yeah. I mean, that is a loaded defense. You know.
Yep.
I still say Caleb Downs, no matter where he's picked in round one, is going to be a very good player. I don't care if he goes in the top 5, the top 10. I don't
Right.
care. He is a very good safety.
Yes. Absolutely. I would say right now I just have two blue chip players, and I think it's Ruben Bain and it's Caleb Downs, and that's it.
And yeah, but again, when we do draft central this year, it's going to be a case of these guys are very good college players. However, when you become a pro player and you're up against men who are fighting for their family's money,
Yep.
these kids are going to get taught lessons.
Yes.
Boom. It is not easy to become an NFL player.
No, not at all. And
You
that's
know,
the number one thing is that it turns from college kids to legitimate families that man has to feed. So,
yeah, and
yeah.
and those guys like to punish you as a rookie as well.
Hmm.
You know, so again, it goes without saying that becoming a professional football player is no easy task, and I don't care how good you think you are in college.
100%.
You know, everybody here, I want you to make sure that you hit like and subscribe. Join our YouTube channel here at Team MBS Media. That's how us little guys survive. So again, please hit like and subscribe. Um, it's definitely going to be a very interesting Tuesday evening when the top 12 are selected.
Hmm.
Um, we don't know how Memphis is going to do tonight. Um,
Got Cincinnati, Utah, which is a
Cincinnati, Utah, which is
awesome
a
game.
late game.
Awesome game. Yes.
Yeah,
I love my good late night game.
yeah, yeah.
Got a couple good ones next week too. The BYU Texas Tech that we talked about, Texas A&M, Missouri, Vanderbilt, Auburn is a good game.
And
Cal, Louisville,
Memphis plays next Friday night against Tulane.
great game. Oh, that's huge.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And Georgia travels to Mississippi State next week.
Yep.
Oregon goes to Iowa. Geez, I hope winter doesn't hit.
Good possibility. That's a good
Yeah,
possibility. There you go.
because that could turn nasty.
And that's
Um,
heavy advantage Iowa.
yeah, yeah. The LSU Tigers do visit Alabama next week, and the Navy crew goes down for their second straight week because they're going to South Bend, and we
Yep.
all know what happens at South Bend for the Navy. They lose. Okay, that's just the bottom line. Uh, Nebraska's up 7-3 on USC. Georgia Tech has a 17-14 lead on North Carolina State. Um, I want to mention my Arkansas Pine Bluff Golden Lions today. They pounded Southern. They pounded
Nice.
Southern, which is a good feeling for me. You know, yeah, that was always a good thing for me.
We got 6 minutes
Florida,
left, or 7 minutes left in USC Nebraska.
yeah,
Up, USC losing 7-3. Slow scoring.
yeah, and hey, it's more than 1,000 miles for Lincoln Riley again. So
Right.
um, Florida State's up 7-0 on Wake Forest. Auburn's losing to Kentucky 3-0. Both late in the second quarter. And what else do we got here? Well, that's about it for now. Oh, okay. That school up north is winning 14-7 against Purdue. How did they
Yeah.
give up 7 points to Purdue?
Yeah. That was actually my question going into that for the start of the second quarter. But
Uh, and the Arizona Wildcats are pounding Dion's Buffaloes 31-7. And that's just about at halftime.
brutal.
So, oh no,
Warning track.
yeah, yeah.
uh,
Blue Jays have Blue Jays have 2 men on in the second inning, and now there's 2 out.
ooh.
So Mr. Otani's given up a couple of hits early on.
I mean, he's got to be getting to worn out by the end of this series. He's been everywhere. But what a series! There was, I mean, I can't remember what the odds were, but I think it was pretty low. I think it was like plus 400 that you could bet before the series started for the Dodgers to sweep the Blue Jays. That's where the analytics were going. And that was just insane behavior. Absolutely insane behavior. I can't believe that was that low of a line. And man, Toronto's trying to do their thing. I love it.
Oh well, the Addison Barger that went off the wall. That's the only pitch I've ever seen do that at Rogers Center. I've never seen another hit get stuck in the wall like that.
Oh yeah, that was insane.
And they've now loaded the bases. Ernie
There you
Clement
go.
just got a base hit. So there's now
Rochester native.
the bases are loaded with 2 out. Unfortunately, Bo Bichette was the guy running from second base, so he had to stop at third because his right knee is just destroyed.
Yeah.
And Mr. Jimenez is going to bat for the Blue Jays. And they've got a mound visit for Otani.
What pitch count is he at?
I don't know how many pitches he's thrown.
Interesting.
No, he's thrown 38 pitches now, and it's only the bottom of the second.
Yeah.
So
I was curious because I mean, Dodgers bullpen, that's one of their main weaknesses, and I know that they have to stretch out starters, but getting to Game 7, it's hope to stretch out Ohtani.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Because Mr. Jimenez has got 7 home runs this year. He's got a decent bat.
A little bit. See, USC got a field goal, so still down 1 to Nebraska. 5 minutes left in the second.
And it's now 14-7 at halftime at the Big House. Ole Miss is up 17-7.
Tennessee is making their way just about in the red zone. 13 minutes left, up 10-7.
Yeah. Well, he's fouling pitches off. I wish you guys were able to get the Sportsnet coverage up here that we get. It is so much better than listening to the Fox guys. It's just so much better.
Why?
Dan Shulman and Buck Martinez, yes, they both love the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But they call everything fairly. You don't get that from the Fox crowd. You just really don't. It's all Dodgers, Dodgers, Dodgers. It drives me off the deep end.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Ohtani got out of it, so no runs.
Strikeout or
strikeout.
Strikeout.
Yeah. But he's now well over 40 pitches.
Great defense on a fade. 4th and 6. Tennessee's going to have to kick a field goal. Great defense.
And that's what Oklahoma is. They are Brett Venables' team.
Yep.
So you know their defense is going to be solid. Absolutely right. All right then. So we fall back tonight. And we get an hour's sleep.
That's supposed to be a real thing? I thought that we nixed that.
Well, it keeps getting talked about that it's going to be gone.
Because that's the important thing to think about. At least we get an extra hour sleep. I will take that all day long.
But I'm still going to be wide awake at 5 a.m. like I am every day anyway. You know.
So is my son, so I'm not going to win either.
Yeah. You know, I really don't. I don't like the losing the hour though. I don't like that one.
Yeah, me neither.
That one bothers me. This one I don't mind.
Right. I feel that.
And again, to the gentleman who decided to take my account, I got 2 words for you. The first begins with F and the second begins with U. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. You know. It really says what this world is all about these days. You know?
It's hard. It is not. I'm going to see how much yours is worth. I'd like to see. Let's see. I'll look at it later. I'll let you know how much yours is worth. We'll see if we can buy it. We'll raise some money.
Okay. Okay. Are you? Yeah. Okay. Raise some money.
I'll find them. Yeah. I'll DM them. Be like, listen, I want that account. I'll start the bidding war.
Yeah. But I don't understand how X can just accept a different email address to my account when I have 2-step verification. I'm going,
right.
What?
I don't know. That is totally far past. That is far past me. I do not understand, especially with Twitter just being. You should just get your account back immediately.
Yep. But nope. So, and this happened to me previously before Elon took over X, as he calls it.
Right.
And it took me like 10 months to get my account back. And
Yeah.
this time I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to fight about it. This is my new account at Great Cowboys 1964. So that's who you're going to follow here on X. And yeah, that's who I am now.
There you go. So your account is worth between $500 and a few $1,000s. So it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
because
just
they're
whatever.
real. Because they're real. They're real people that follow you.
Yeah.
Not 100,000 fake followers. But yeah, there you go. That's how much your Twitter account was worth. I don't know how that makes you feel.
Wow. I'm just stunned.
Yeah.
So, it just boggles my mind. But anyhow.
Yeah.
So who are you, or who is the group of 5 team that you're going to put in there to the playoff?
USF.
Yeah.
I think I got right now USF, even though I'm kind of rooting for Memphis because I really like their style play and what they do.
Yeah.
But I think USF, and USF is a good team, electric team. So electric for the playoffs, I guess can't go wrong. Who's yours?
I'm gonna stick with Memphis. I'm just gonna
Stick with Memphis.
Boy, that they've got such a solid group of players.
They do. They're that's when you find definition of team in football. They're a full team.
Yeah.
They believe in each other. They don't waver. That's how they beat Arkansas. Mind you, Arkansas is awful, but our offense was great. We were in the lead multiple times throughout that game, and they just never hesitated. Just played their ball, and they won. And that's what football teams do.
Yeah. And is Notre Dame in your top 12?
Yeah. They were.
See, for
they
me,
were my top 10 last week. They were
I'm
my
still-
top 10 last
I'm
week.
still PO'd over those first 2 games. I'm still angry. Mike Denbrock really, I would like to have shaken that man by the throat.
Yeah.
Week 1. That was just ridiculous against the Hurricanes. Totally ridiculous.
It was just an awful scheme.
Well, that's going to be it for the last word this week, folks. Join us again next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is when the S comes in, kids. Okay, the D goes away now. This is when the EST or CDT or CST comes in, or the MST. Yeah, it's standard time. I always get annoyed every daylight savings time when everybody is still going MST or what? It's MD.
Okay, that's me. I kid you not. I did not know that was a real thing at all. I had no idea. And if you recall, the first time that you sat, like when we were talking about some sort of time, and you put EDT, I was like, is that like a Canadian thing? Because that's how much I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, Eastern Daylight Time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes sense in my head now that I figured that out. I just chose to ignore it for 38 years of my life.
Well, yeah. But when you're in the Marine Corps, you understand the time of day it is, right? It's
fair point. But I guess because military time is 0 to 23:59, but you still need it.
Hours.
Yeah, you still need it. Yeah, you still need it. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you're supposed to leave at 0300 MDT, but it's now MST time,
right?
You're messed up.
I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense.
So that's why I get picky about the EST and EDT thing.
Well, now I know.
Yeah.
And then maybe it just goes away, and then we never have it, but we'll see.
Yeah. What do you prefer, keeping standard time or the daylight saving?
Standard, right? Standard. Yeah. Standard goes long nights in the summer, correct? Is that right?
Well, no, that's daylight.
So I like Yeah, so I like daylight. Yeah.
Okay.
So I like daylight. I enjoy the sun going down at 9 o'clock during the summers. It's that vibe. When you're sitting out on the patio, you're still enjoying that. I always want to have that.
See, whereas I lived in the province of Saskatchewan, which doesn't change its clock.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So we had standard time all year round, right?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though it was daylight savings time, blah blah blah, but it was still on standard time.
Right.
And then I moved back to Alberta, and then I moved to California, and then Arizona, or pardon me, Arkansas. Um, and the change in time now as I get older really bothers me. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've got a 6-year-old child, so his sleep schedule is just
Yeah.
bonkers.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will be up. I'll send you a text what time he's up, and I bet it'll be right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Well, folks, join us next week at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the last word. Randall, take care of yourself.
You as well.
And everybody out there, you all take care too. Talk to you all later.